Welcome to 5 Minute Chapters, the podcast where we summarize important writings on education and learning. I'm your host, Daniel Bowe, and in today's episode, we'll be discussing how to implement the technique from Chapter 11 of Harry Wong's Implementation Guide for the First Days of School. The chapter is titled, How to Have Your Classroom Ready, and it focuses on planning and preparing your classroom to maximize learning and minimize misbehavior. So let's dive in. As teachers, we all know that preparation is the key to success. In fact, there's no such thing as too much planning. Research has shown that the cleanliness, orderliness, and character of a school and classroom have a significant influence on students' behavior and the ability of teachers to teach to their fullest potential. The most effective classes are those where students are self-disciplined, self-motivated, and take responsibility for their learning. But how can we create such an environment? Well, let's explore the key concepts and practical steps outlined in this chapter. First and foremost, an effective teacher is ready in three crucial aspects: the work, the room, and themselves. The work refers to having a well-thought-out classroom management plan which sets expectations, rules, and procedures for your students. It provides a solid foundation for a productive learning environment. Now let's move on to preparing the room. A clean, safe, and organized classroom is essential. Take a moment to think about a retail experience where the shelves were not organized and you had trouble finding what you needed. Just like in a store, an orderly classroom makes it easier for students to find materials and engage in learning. It's crucial to maximize your proximity to students by strategically arranging the furniture and your teaching materials. By being physically closer to your students, you can minimize behavior problems and ensure a more focused and productive classroom atmosphere. But it's not just about the physical environment. You, as the teacher, need to be ready too. Prepare yourself academically and adjust your attitude for the day that awaits you. Remember the quote by Sun Tzu, "All battles are won or lost before they are fought." Your preparation and mindset significantly impact your performance during the school day. Now, let's delve into an activity that will help you implement these preparation principles. Step 1 involves identifying 7 areas to prepare for your students. These areas include floor spaces, workspaces, wall spaces, bookcases, teacher areas, teaching materials, and even yourself. Rank these areas based on their effectiveness in terms of your ability to accomplish them. You can also add any areas that apply to your specific teaching situation, such as audiovisual equipment or computer workstations. In Step 2, choose one of the lower-ranking areas from your list and focus on implementing or improving it in your classroom. This step allows you to tailor the preparation process to your unique teaching situation, ensuring the techniques are relevant and practical for you. It's all about adapting the ideas to fit your needs. Once you've selected your area of focus, develop a concrete plan to get it all done. Review the tasks provided in the chapter, which range from organizing floor spaces to managing teaching materials. Turn these tasks into a checklist by entering them on a grid and assigning due dates for each item. As you complete each task, check off your progress and celebrate the small victories along the way. So, whether it's creating an effective classroom management plan, organizing your classroom, or preparing yourself mentally and academically, remember that readiness determines teacher effectiveness. By implementing these strategies and preparing your classroom, you create an environment that facilitates teacher instruction and student learning. Your preparation sets the stage for a positive and productive classroom experience. As we wrap up this episode, think about the impact of preparation on your classroom environment and student achievement. By taking the time to plan and prepare, you'll find that your teaching becomes more effective and your students become more engaged in their learning journey. Remember, preparation is not just about physical surroundings, it's also about preparing yourself mentally, emotionally, and academically. When you enter the classroom with a positive attitude and a well-thought-out plan, you set yourself up for success. Let us know about your plans in the comments. Thank you for joining me on this episode of 5-Minute Chapters. We've explored the techniques from Chapter 11 of Harry Wong's Implementation Guide for the First Days of School, focusing on how to have your classroom ready. I hope you found these insights valuable and that you're inspired to implement these strategies in your own classroom. Stay tuned for our next episode tomorrow, where we'll continue to explore essential topics in education and learning. Until then, keep preparing, keep inspiring, and keep making a difference in the lives of your students. Remember, even teachers need Cliff's Notes sometimes.